Emotional control, 7 tips on how to control your emotions. Using emotional intelligence. This video shares 7 tips on how to control your emotions by using emotional intelligence, that is, showing maturity. So, can you think of an instance where you recently exercised emotional control that your younger self handled differently years ago? How we deal with ourselves and others depends greatly on our emotions. Applying emotional control reinforces productivity and performance in all of our relationships and other aspects of our lives. Have you ever noticed someone who is under severe duress, yet they manage to keep it together and remained positive throughout? That's a prime example of emotional control. The following 7 tips on how to control your emotions can assist in any situation where you feel your emotions might get the better of you. Number 1. Tune in. It's so easy to ignore our emotions and disconnect, so consider the following 7 points. 1. Avoiding how we really feel or minimizing our emotions won't elicit emotional control. 2. In fact, it has the opposite effect because we aren't really acknowledging the presence of an emotion. 3. We think that, by keeping the emotion buried inside, it represents control. 4. Don't fool yourself into thinking emotions are inherently bad and should be hidden. 5. Go ahead and get to know your emotions. 6. Pay close attention to exactly what you're feeling. 7. Give it a funny name if that helps, like Negative Nancy if you're feeling pessimistic, or Hyper Hannah when you just can't sit still and focus. Number 2. Back your truck up. So, you've identified the emotion, and even embraced it. This next step is to reflect on where this emotion is coming from, and to then determine the best direction to take it. Mentally thumb through the Rolodex of memories, and go back to another time you remember experiencing this same emotion, and ask yourself. 1. Was there a specific trigger invoking this emotion? 2. How did you handle it? 3. Would you do things differently if you could go back in time? If your previous emotional response wasn't pleasant and didn't yield the desired results, consider trying a different approach this time. Is this making sense so far? Good. So please feel free to leave a comment in the comments section below this video. And if you're serious about viewing this and other videos on our channel, please subscribe and kindly click the grey bell icon to be notified of future videos being uploaded to the Natural Health Guys channel. Number 3. Social cues. When you're in social situations, the people around you can tell you a lot about the energy of the environment without saying a word, so be aware of your environment to be mentally alert to. 1. Noticing body language and facial expressions. 2. Picking up on their emotional energy and then determine if what you're feeling is a direct reflection of their emotions. For example, imagine taking a very important exam for which you're well prepared and confident that you know the material. You notice several people around you are visibly anxious, such as tapping pencils, unable to keep still, and constantly glancing at the clock. Do you feed off their emotions and allow anxiety to take over, or do you remain calm and in control of your emotions? Number 4. Challenge your assumptions. When on the brink of emotional overload, your imagination tends to go into overdrive. So, take a step back and challenge your assumptions by 1. Looking at the situation from all vantage points. 2. Considering the facts, looking at the source of information, and remembering the trigger and why it may be influencing your current outlook. Without all the facts, you can't possibly make an informed decision on how to respond to this emotion. And until you can, sit on it. Number 5. The 2-minute timeout. If you're in a situation which requires a near immediate response, it's okay to take a beat to quickly process the steps above. It's only 120 seconds, but it's time enough to decide whether you're going to proceed with an appropriate, articulate response or not. And then regret it later. Number 6. Reward yourself. Create a reward system for yourself. When you feel you've handled an emotion responsibly, give yourself a treat. Maybe you diffused a situation which could have escalated to a physical altercation even though you really wanted to yell and scream it out. Whatever the case, make sure to reinforce positive behaviors. Controlling our emotions isn't always an easy task. And when your emotions run away with themselves, don't beat yourself up. Let it go, and do better next time. Number 7. Practice positivity. And finally, we can't really expect to have full control of our emotions if we aren't focusing on the good this life has to offer. When you feel grounded and happy, controlling your emotions becomes less stressful. Don't waste any more time on negative emotions. Instead, do things you love. Spend time with people who are encouraging, enveloped in positivity, and have a great outlook on life. And remember to smile and say thank you. A simple smile goes a long way, not just for you, but for those who notice your smile. A thank you, especially coupled with a sincere smile, makes people feel appreciated and not taken for granted. It's almost impossible not to smile back at someone smiling at you. Make your positivity infectious. Summary and conclusion. Controlling your emotions is a sign of using emotional intelligence, that is, maturity. Some of us, especially men, literally have to grow up and take responsibility for ourselves, and controlling our emotions is crucial to achieving that level of maturity. In the meantime, we hope you found this video, Emotional Control, 7 Tips on How to Control Your Emotions, helpful and of interest. So please feel free to share with people you think will also find this video worth watching. And don't forget to leave a comment or ask a question in the comments section below this video. To get more videos like this one, become an exclusive subscriber of this channel by clicking on the subscribe button in the bottom right corner of this video. And click the grey bell icon to get notified of when the next video is uploaded. If you'd like more information about the secrets of emotional health, check out the other videos in this series by clicking on the end screen coming up. And finally, many thanks for watching.